Hey, this is Doug
And Shelley.
with His Way Homestead, and we have accepted the challenge for the 10 questions for homesteaders as posed by originally Copper Kettle Farms and Cooper Family Farms. It's either Cooper Family Farms and Copper Kettle Homestead. I think that's what it is. Sorry. Y'all confuse me with your names. They're too close. So anyway, we're going to go through these questions. We're just going to talk about it, and it's a chance to get to know us a little bit better, and maybe we'll laugh along the way, hopefully. So, question number 1: what got you into homesteading? So, go ahead. You want to?
Yeah, I think about 17 or 18 years ago, my uncle gave us 3 hens, and that was kind of the gateway animal to where we are now. It was kind of odd. At first, I couldn't even eat the eggs. It was just weird having them from the backyard.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, I remember that. We were like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah.
No, it's kind of gross.
And now I feel that way about grocery store eggs. Like, there's no way I'm going to eat an egg from the grocery store.
Yeah, we just kind of wash the poop off and fry it up. There's nothing holds us back anymore.
It's got mud, not poop.
Yeah, chicken mud. Okay. Question number 2: what's something you want to add to your homestead in 2020? We want to fence in our yard, mostly to another barrier against dogs and other predators, but also the back part of our property. We thought about getting some goats. There's a lady that raises Nigerian dwarf alpine crosses for milk, and we thought about getting some from her, or maybe Kikos. I like Kikos because they're very parasite resistant. So, but we're kind of slow at doing things. We like to do our homework, and the cat's going to rub up against the tripod and probably shake everything. So, we try not to just jump into anything. So we like to do our homework, and we like to figure out what we're doing before we ever do it. That is Captain America, and his brother is Bucky. So, what do you think? Just fencing and maybe goats
maybe
yeah. I've been watching a lot on. I've been watching a lot on miniature jerseys, and they kind of intrigue me. A lot of people that have had them said they're pretty easy. I mean, the one guy that I watched today said ranked them as one of the easiest animals to raise on the farm. So I find that hard to believe, but I'm gonna go with it. Number 3: what's the most difficult lesson you've had to learn so far while homesteading? I think for me, the most difficult lesson was chicken wire only keeps chickens in, does not keep predators out. That one year we had like 10 different dog attacks on our animals, and we lost 31 chickens in like a month and a half. It wiped us out. We didn't have any chickens after that. They even killed a couple of our rabbits, and it was very obvious that the dogs just punched straight through the chicken wire, and it was a hard thing to go through. I mean, we woke up one night, we could hear dogs barking and chickens just screaming in pain, and it was not a fun thing to go through. What do you think?
Yeah, I think we've learned that there's dogs everywhere. There's, people's pets that they don't take care of. There's a lot of just roaming dogs that come through. I just had no idea that we would have such an issue with dogs instead of like wild animals.
Yeah, we thought out here we do have coyotes, but I don't think we've ever had a problem with coyotes attacking anything.
No.
But domestic dogs have been a real pain in our side. So it's unfortunate, but it's one of those things that's what homesteading about. You have to deal with it. So, all right, number 4: your favorite chore on the homestead.
What's yours?
Well, we have to make a lot of cages. I've had to make a lot of rabbit cages. Just recently built quail cages. I like to do woodworking, so I guess that's my favorite chore.
You built my raised beds.
built raised beds, and we're going to do a video. We need to build 4 more, so we're gonna show you how we do our raised beds. And
Mine is gardening. Anything that has to do with gardening, pulling weeds, whatever. I enjoy working outside. I enjoy feeding the crazy animals.
she likes pulling weeds.
I do.
I don't. Okay.
It's therapeutic.
But she's really good at it, and I can tell when she's been outdoors working in the garden, working in the flower bed, she's in her happy place. And that makes me happy. So, number 5, what is your favorite thing to grow? With her cooking, my waistline. That's my favorite thing to grow. She is an incredible cook. It's amazing. I thought my mama was a good cook, and she is, but this lady right here is an incredible cook. So I eat everything that she cooks. She's really good, really good. And she puts together some concoctions like, how'd you know to do that? And she goes, I just threw it together. It's like, well, it was great. So. And then we're like,
concoction night.
yeah, write that down and let's do that one again, right? What?
My favorite thing to grow, is that where we are? Anything in the garden. I just love, I love watching God's handiwork where, you put a seed in the ground and you come back and there's a plant, and then, a month or 2 later you're getting fruit from that plant. I think everything about it is just miraculous. I love watching any of it grow.
Yeah, and I like the animals, watching them grow. Hatching out quail eggs, that's the thing we've been into recently. And to see those little things grow so fast, it's amazing. And then in 6 weeks, they're laying eggs. So I think that's pretty cool. Watching baby bunny rabbits go from little hairless, nasty looking things to little poppers, and then they're cute little fuzz balls, and then pretty soon you're trying to pick them up and they slice your arms to pieces. So that's a lot of fun. Then they go to the freezer camp because that's what they're there for.
Yes.
Number 6, what do you love most about the homesteading community? I assume this is the homesteading community on YouTube. So the thing that impressed me the most before I ever started getting into our own channel, I was watching a lot of the YouTube channels, Homesteaders out of Oklahoma, Keeping It Dutch, Arms Family Homestead, and others like that around the area, and even North Country Homestead, or North Country Off Grid in Idaho, and Stony Ridge Farmer, and all those people. Stony Ridge Farmer wrote the opening intro music for North Country Off Grid, and he also wrote the music and sang it and performed it for Keeping It Dutch. So here's people that are, hundreds of and thousands of miles apart, and they're pulling together and helping each other, and that's what I like most about the YouTube homestead community. I even had folks trying to help our channel grow. They would give us shout outs, and it's overwhelming sometimes, the amount of support that we get from other channels, strangers that we haven't really met, and but yet we feel like family already. So
we kind of have a local homesteading community, not YouTube. We have some great neighbors that are always willing to come and help us no matter what we need, whether we're stuck or we have a car on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a car on fire in our driveway one time.
Actually, it wasn't our car, but
it was pretty interesting. I was at work, so
yeah.
I miss all the good stuff.
And like today, I was talking to my friends to see what plants they're starting from seed, and kind of arranging a plant swap later on, so we all have enough, and we're all. It's a support group, and just knowing that you have things in common, you kind of believe the same way and want to live the same way. It's nice.
Yeah, like-minded people, you don't have to explain it, and people go,
What?
You're weird.
Yeah.
You want to do what?
You want to grow your own food?
Yeah, that's crazy. You got it at Kroger. Why would you do all that work? But we know what we put into our animals,
Right.
and we know what we put into our plant life that we grow, and it makes a difference. I thought that, so you always start more seeds than what you're actually going to use. I mean, that's how it is. So I thought the exchange of once the plants started growing, I thought that was pretty cool because you're gonna start more than what you actually need, so you might as well swap it out with some other folks and get some other things that you didn't think about. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Number 7. What's your favorite meal that you make? Everything she makes is my favorite meal.
I don't know that I have really a favorite meal to make. I just really enjoy cooking. I really enjoy going outside and picking fresh herbs or picking fresh vegetables from the garden and being able to come inside and cook them. I enjoy cooking.
Yeah, and I'm pretty much in charge of frying bacon
Yeah, he is.
for the most part. So I like to do some cooking in a Dutch oven with our camping. I don't do much of it. I'm not that good at it. But
Makes a great dump cobbler.
oh yeah, that's because that's not.
When you're eating sugar and carbs.
It's really good. It's really simple and easy. So I work with a boys ministry. It's kind of like Boy Scouts, but it's more focused on the learning God's principles and how to. And we're trying to guide these boys, young men, into being godly young men and godly men, and have them help serve the church and know their place in the church. So part of that is we go on camping trips, and one of the meals that I would make for them that they always seemed to enjoy was the Mountain Man breakfast. So it was potatoes and sausage and hash browns and eggs and cheese and all cooked in a Dutch oven. It is maybe we can do a video on that.
Yeah.
That was really good. Okay, enough of that. You're making me hungry. Number 8, what is your favorite holiday? What's yours?
I think mine is Christmas.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, for one, you would think it's a time that everybody's kind of chaotic, but I feel like we tend to slow down and really take time to celebrate the Lord's birth and celebrate the true reason for the season.
Yeah.
And it's the time when our family gets together. Everybody's so busy now and scattered in different places and different areas, and it's when we can get together with my family. We have to make a little different arrangements to see his family because they're 900 miles away.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a time to spend together with family.
Yeah, and kind of mine falls along the same way. I think Thanksgiving is that way, mostly because of a lot of childhood memories. My grandparents, when I was young, they would raise pigs. They would get feeder pigs in the spring, and at Thanksgiving Day, we would all get together and we would butcher the hogs. And there was so much food, it wasn't funny. It was in my uncle's garage. They had all the ham and turkey and mashed potatoes and filling and about every kind of pie that you can imagine, and all of it was a big spread. You would, if you got hungry while you were working, you just stopped and you go grab something to eat in his garage, and then you come back out and keep working. So I learned a little bit about how to process pigs, and I'd really like to raise pigs. I don't think they're that hard. They are kind of a bigger animal to process on your own. It helps if you have like a tractor to do it, but I'm slowly starting to gather up some equipment to do that. But man, Thanksgiving was such a special day in Maryland. There's a lot of times we would have snow on the ground and we would be butchering hogs, and we'd start before the sun came up, and we were cleaning up and everything as the sun was going down. It was a long, hard day, but it was a lot of fun, and it was a good time with family, and it was a lot of food. We were eating a lot. So number 9, is your homestead where you intend to settle permanently, or are you looking to create a new one elsewhere? I don't think this piece of land and this house is where we're gonna be forever. I'd like to get more land. There's some other things I want to do. I'd like to have some land where we could actually hunt deer. And Tim at Ridge Life, man, he's got a great setup. I love watching his videos with his wooded area and everything. He's got a lot of deer. He's got a lot of coyotes. Tim, I'm going to come up and help you get rid of those coyotes if you want. But you know, I have some dreams and goals and stuff that I'd like to do. If that happens, great. If it doesn't happen, it's not that big a deal. But I think more acreage would be good. Mostly so we can diversify and do more things. You know, I don't know. What do you think?
I like it here.
You like it here? We got a couple really good neighbors, and it would be kind of hard to leave them. But
It'd be very hard to leave them.
at the same time, we're building a community of people that, like I said, like-minded, and they have certain skill sets that they can contribute. So in case the proverbial fecal matter hits the rotating air distribution device,
The cat's gonna rub up against the tripod again.
the cat's rubbing. Get out of here. Come on. So it'd be nice to have a place where everybody can go to, and and we can all band together and work together, whatever life might throw us after that oh my gosh moment happens, right? Number 10, what are some homesteaders that you follow and enjoy learning from? She doesn't really follow any homesteaders. She just started getting into YouTube and watching some videos. I'm the big YouTube guy. Like I said, there's some big YouTube channels that I follow that I really enjoy because I can learn a lot, and they're fun to watch. And there's some smaller ones that I can learn just as much, if not more, from them. So I don't want to, I already mentioned some names like Stony Ridge Farmer and North Country Off Grid and Keeping It Dutch and Daniel at Arms Family Homestead and Sawyer Ridge Homestead. A lot of folks in Oklahoma. Riley Homestead cracks me up. She's funny. Ridge Life. He's doing some pretty cool stuff. I really like his property. I wish I could find something like that. But it depends on what I'm trying to learn at the time. So I'll do searches and stuff, and I'll subscribe to new channels just based on, like, recently I'm looking at miniature jerseys and gathering information on that. So there's some folks that are very knowledgeable on that. So I subscribe to them, and I'll be watching them. If you go to our homepage, you'll see that probably subscribe to over 600 channels right now. So it's almost impossible to watch all of those. There's no way. So there's my favorites that are fun to watch. I don't know. I think we did it. Good job.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know who's done this already. So I guess tagging somebody in it. I think I'm going to tag Riley Homestead just because I'd like to see her answers. I hope she didn't do it already. I'm not sure who else I want to do. I don't know. We're just Riley. You can do it, Riley. So I look forward to it. She can be a hot mess sometimes, but she was, I think, just now finding out that chickens lay eggs wherever they want to. And sometimes it's not where you want to, and you have to go through an Easter egg hunt. And ducks are much worse at that. Ducks will just lay wherever. They'll be just walking around and lay an egg. So it's always an Easter egg hunt with ducks. I don't know. You done? I think we're done. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little bit about us. Some things that we want to do in the future, in the near future, with some videos. We want to talk about different ways that you can save money, and kind of creative ways that we've learned along the way. And it's things that you might not have thought about. So we won't give it away right now. We'll save it for later. So don't forget, his way is the best way. And we'll see you later. Bye.